We're Kristen, Jameson, and Maddie. This year we're living off-grid in our motorhome full-time, adventuring up the U.S. from the Mexican to Canadian border.
We're here at American Girl Mine. We're here with our 40-foot diesel pusher. It's a Gulfstream Yellowstone Country Club, 8408 to be technical. It has a 330 Caterpillar engine, C7 in it, with an Allison 6-speed transmission. And it's done great pushing us around the Southwest as we've gone from RV park to RV park, and now we've started our boondocking life. It's held up great. We're up here on the roof with our 1500 watts of solar. That's what powers our bus for most of our living. We rarely have to run our generator with this 1500 watts. This is where our 50 amp service lives and our Xantrex 2000 watt inverter. So our 50 amp service happens to be on this really convenient reel, which is powered, and when you have a really long run, it helps a lot to reel it back in and keep it clean. And then our Xantrex Freedom 458 2000 watt inverter is original to the bus, which is awesome because this is a 2004. So still going strong, still serving us every single day, and it powers all of our needs. This is our wet bay. This is the fun bay. This is where we dump our black and gray tanks. It's also where we connect to our city water and fill our freshwater tank. If we need to connect like a garden hose while we're boondocking, we can do that right here. Our outside shower and also our tank flushes are all serviced from here.
Welcome to our bus. Today we wanted to give you a tour with sort of the basics and some of the tricks that we've discovered in being in our motorhome for almost 2 years now. So this is the drive area. It's Jameson's domain. He's always the one that drives the bus, but we use our front 2 seats kind of as comfy seats. We have the nice Flex Seal, and it's an okay spot to watch the TV from. We don't watch too much TV, but that is a little bit of a neck strain. This is my office. One of the things that was a requirement for us in our motorhome search was finding a space for 2 separate offices. So mine is here and Jameson's is in the bedroom, and we have 2 doors between us, which I'll show you a little bit later. But I love having a window. I've had like a corkboard over there. It's good enough. This is our kitchen. And our kitchen is just the kitchen on a slide. So the whole slide out is the whole kitchen, which we've seen some models where more than just the kitchen slides out. It gives you a little bit more space, but we really like having this cutout where you can kind of like access everything and sort of still be out of the way of traffic behind you. We do not have a stove or an oven, but that was something Jameson really wanted for baking bread and baking cookies and baked goods and things like that. But we love cooking with gas. We love our cooktop, and we have a Cuisinart convection oven, toaster oven as our like oven alternative. The living room area, we have a fold out full-size couch. And if you're looking for a couch to fit in your small space or RV, I recommend something where the armrests come off. These, it came with 2 armrests, and for us to fit it and still have room to back a chair out of the dinette, we took 1 armrest off of the couch. So we also, this is from Cost Plus or someplace like that. What's that? At Home? It might be from At Home. This sort of like L-shaped anything works really well. Gives you can sort of like tuck it in under chairs, couches. We move it all around. It's just a nice little extra coffee table. You can put your drink down, reading a book or something. This is our dining area. There's a little bit of storage underneath, and it holds a leaf. So this actually pulls out, and we have a leaf where we can fit 4 chairs, 2 on each side, which we use very, very rarely, but is still nice to have. It's not something we're willing to give up yet. We have this really great pantry that goes all the way back, which is super nice. And as an aside, it looks so beautiful and organized because we have had mice, and after we got rid of them, I vowed to keep everything in like sealed locking containers. You just have to remember to put the lock across the bottom so you don't lose that while you're driving. This is our 2-sided fridge. It's a Norcold. It's a very common RV fridge. It's propane or electric, and we're boondocking now. We're running it off of propane, but I have a little bit of a fire fear that it's gonna blow up someday. So and that's a common thing. I didn't just invent that. So we are considering switching the fridge out for electric, which, you know, now that we have solar, hopefully we have enough to be able to run the fridge, and it would basically just be free energy to run the fridge. And we've been told that the cost of running your fridge, I think it's for a residential fridge, is about 1 battery. So if you need 3 batteries to run your rig and you want to have your fridge on electric, you probably should have 4th battery. So we're getting a new battery and hopefully getting the kit to possibly convert this ourselves from propane to electric and run it on solar. This is our bathroom, which is a bathroom with shower and sink and a stool room that is just the toilet. I don't know that I would have named it the stool room, but it's labeled, so that's what we call it, kind of as a joke now. We actually have a garden tub, which is brass and a little bit tacky in the design, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love having a bathtub so much. In the sink area, it's pretty small, but we like the bathroom to be a good use of space, and we've put a lot of our like things that could spill in these little plastic containers from the Container Store. They're cheap. I think it was a Phil and Stacy tip, and one of our friends, actually Kara and Kevin, told us about leaving a bucket in the sink for when you're boondocking. If you like have extra water from washing your hands, you can put it in the bathroom to help flush the toilet. And in our RV, the sink here goes straight into the black tank. So for boondocking, trying to conserve the black tank as long as possible, this is such a huge tip, and thanks to our friends for letting us know about that. I'll have to sneak around me here to get into the stool room. Maddie, come. This is the stool room, and we have a pitcher of water that we take from the bathroom sink and use to, you know, supplement the water that's flushing the toilet, just give it 2 uses. And one of my favorite RV tools are these, what are they called? Umbra hooks. And we use them on doors. We have them on our slide topper on the inside, just to be able to have more things hanging and out of the way. One more bonus feature we got in our RV is a washer dryer combo, which is behind here. Before I go there, this is our favorite doorstop. It's also a Container Store. It's just a wedge that sort of fits any size, and you can choose to open or close the door wherever you like. You know, sometimes you're not level, and it's just nice to be able to get a door out of the way. So this is our washer dryer. We usually run the wash load and then take out whatever doesn't need to be dried and run the dry for the least amount of time for what needs to be dried in there. But that's sort of a RV park luxury. We don't necessarily use it too much when boondocking. A wash here and there, but probably not a dry. Welcome to our bedroom and Jameson's office. This motorhome came with a queen size bed. There were like little side nightstands on either side of the bed, which we tore out in order to be able to fit our king size bed that we already had without, you know, we wanted to upgrade the mattress but not have to buy a new one. And I love a lot of sleeping space. So back all along this whole back cap is all cupboards for clothes, which we've got some camera gear in there, and mine are stuffed to the gills. I do have all 4 of these, and Jameson has these too. And then we have many of these drawers are kind of off the rails right now, and actually if you know where and how to fix these so that they won't be off the rails, we would love for you to drop that in the comments. We've had trouble finding an exact match to change these. It's just the rails to pull them in and out that are broken. So this has become longer term storage, but normally it would be really easy, accessible storage. There's a box behind here that used to hold what we assumed must have been like a tube TV, like the box goes all this way back. And for now we have a new TV kind of on the old arm, and our plan is to make the storage more useful and an easier way to move the TV in and out of the way. Bunch of storage and Jameson's desk area, which he shares a lot of leg space with Maddie in the current setup. When her bed is not there, we move this chair over and her bed goes into the living room. But we're pretty lucky we don't have to make a lot of daily moving changes to have our space the way that we want it. We both have an office, and we can close this door, and we have this pocket door here as well. So we have a lot of options to have separate space and separate audio zones if we both have to be on a video call or something.